Hey friends, it's Robin Kornecki, your math praxis bestie, and I'm here today to talk about all things slope. So one of the areas that my students struggle with is the slope formula. And if you are unfamiliar with the slope formula, we know that if we have 2 points that lie on a line, and we can just say that this is x1 and y1, and the second ordered pair would be x2 and y2. We know that the slope formula is going to be the change in y's over the change in x, or we can simply say rise over run. So today we're going to talk about how we can put this formula into an easy to use table that most times eliminate the confusion of using the formula. Now, again, this is just an option, a different method than using the formula. So we're going to go ahead and look at this graph, and we're going to pick 2 points on the line, and we want the points to be at the crosshairs of these lines, these vertical and horizontal lines right here. So I went ahead and I picked this point 0, 0 right here, and this point 4, 3 right here. So in order to find slope from the graph, we can physically count our rise, 1, 2, 3, and our run, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically what happens is we make a right triangle, and we know that our slope is going to be 3 over 4, 3/4, and that is in simplest form. So we rise, and then we're running towards the positive numbers, so that's going to be positive 4. And our line is positive. It's the steepness as it rises from left to right. But we can also go ahead and put that in a table. So I'm going to go ahead and put this information of the 2 points on the table. So we have 0, 0, and then we had 4, 3. I'm going to go ahead and label my table X and Y. So this is my first ordered pair, and this is my second ordered pair. I'm also old school, and I've been teaching for around 20 plus years. So I used to call this a T-chart because it looks like a T. So what we're going to do is we're going to count the change in our Y values and our X values. And to do this, I like to use a vertical number line, which we have right here. So from 0 to 3, we are going up 3 units. From 0 to 4, we are going up 4 units. So our slope, again, is our change in Y values over our change in X values. That triangle just represents change in, and we get 3 out of 4. So as you can see, we can get it from counting the rise over run, but if you don't have a graph, you can put it in a T-chart, and you're basically disguising your formula so that it is much simpler, and it is way easier to do it this way. My students love doing it this way. They never have to ask what the formula is. They always just stick it in a T-chart, and then they're finished. All right, let's look at another example. And these are all 0, 0 on the graph. And then we'll go ahead and do another example where I just have 2 ordered pairs. So we'll go ahead and use these 2 points. So again, I'm counting my rise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I went up 5. And then I'm running to the left 2 towards the negative values. So my slope is going to be -5/2. Now, it doesn't matter where you put your negative symbol. It will always mean that the whole slope is negative. And as we're coming through here, it is a negative from the steepness from left to right. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Slope Dude, but I'll go ahead and link that video below as well. Slope Dude is just a skier dude, and what he says for his slopes is that if you are skiing up the hill, it is going to be puff, puff, positive. If you're skiing down the hill, you're going as a nice negative. And if you're like cross country skiing, which is 0 fun for 0 slope. And then the worst curse word in mathematics is undefined, which is your vertical line. So let's go ahead and just look at 2 ordered pairs as examples. So let's say I have an example of, I don't know, let's do -5, 3, and we'll do 4, -2. So I have those as 2 ordered pairs without having to graph them. I'm just going to go ahead and make my t-chart, and we do -5, 3, 4, -2. So what's going to happen is I'm going to look at my vertical change from 3 to -2. That means I'm going down 5 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to write -5. And then from -5 to 4, I'm going up 9 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be a +9. So my slope is -5/9. That can't simplify anymore. If it could simplify, we would go ahead and simplify by the greatest common factor. But that's it. That's a short video on how to find slope from 2 points using the t-chart, which is just the formula in disguise. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time around.